Hey guys, Mike here from Rust Brothers. Just giving you a heads up, auction day is getting closer. It's less of the month. So April 12th, you could either be here, bid in person, you can go online, egauctions.com, check it out. There's gonna be 70 or 80 of my favorite projects that I've saved all these years. Some of them, a lot of Dodges, some Chevys, a few Fords even, some Pontiacs, something to float everybody's boat. The whole crew's gonna be here, Avery's gonna be here, Blair's gonna be here, even your favorite cameraman, Matt, is gonna be here. So come and check it out, April 12th. Me and Blair and Phil, put a finger down if you've ever...
Or lit one of the two cars on fire.
Yeah, put a finger down, right? We'll do our own Rust Bros one.
Put a finger down on what?
Oh no, you did.
It's like put a finger down, whatever.
Right, and then we go down to 4 fingers. You and Neil have to, like, right? Put a finger down, right, and then you and Neil. Cass will keep going until...
Or you could be like, put a finger down, are you like Mike edition? Have you driven a skid steer?
Yeah.
Through the wall
Right?
of our
Yeah.
paint booth?
No, we'll just do a Rust Bros edition. Yeah. Put a finger down if you've ever impaled yourself on a piece of sheet metal. Put a finger down if you've ever drank moonshine at an auction.
Put a finger down if you've been caught gold panning with a hubcap.
That's cool.
True. Well, you know what I mean? That'll be a fun one. That'll be Rust Bros Special Edition. Okay, we can do that one after. How's that? Cass is picking on me. It's not fair. We're gonna do I'm not really a trendy guy, but we're gonna do a trend.
It's put your fingers down if you might be more like Rust Bros than you think. Put your finger down if you drove the skid steer into every shop door we have.
Not everyone. I missed one, I think.
Are you sure?
Okay, finger down. Okay, you got me. Next one.
All right, put your finger down if you've driven the forks of your forklift through the paint room wall.
Oh, you're not being very fair. Okay, hang on.
All right, put your finger down if you hit a Cadillac with your skid steer.
Oh, you're on a roll.
Put a finger down if you've hit more than 5 employees' cars with your truck.
Oh God, I only have 1 finger left.
Put a finger down if you picked up your friends in the porta potty before.
Oh God, I'm down to 1 fist. What's left? Okay, I'll give you 1 more. My ego can't take it anymore. I'm gonna give you 1 more. What is it?
Put a finger down if you've built $1 million in shops that you have to tear down.
Oh, okay, that's it. I quit. I gotta go curl up in the fetal position and cry now. Okay, my turn to pick on you, Cass.
All right.
Okay, put a finger down if a fellow employee has ever made you cry like a little girl.
I think I might actually have to put down.
Okay.
Put down a finger if I made another employee of yours cry.
Hang on. Put a finger down if your fellow employees have ever chastised you for what they thought were inappropriate photos on your Facebook page. Oh, what else has Cass done? Hang on, I know there's some other things. I just got to think
good,
about it.
that's all you can
Hang on. You had more time to think about mine, and they're self-evident. Mine, I got to go back over 5 years. There's no memory left. Put a finger down. Ever been late for work more than once without a good excuse?
All my excuses were good.
You're arguing that one?
When was I ever late without an excuse?
I don't know, when your truck broke down,
Is the truck not breaking down a good excuse?
Well, hang on.
Hey, I'm on my way to work, but my truck just the bed.
Hey, there's got to be more. What am I forgetting in the last 5 years?
Well, there's a reason I'm your longest employee ever.
That's right. So hang on, what were the first 2? Oh, put your finger down if you've ever been fired without just cause. Okay, I did fire her once for a day. I will admit I was having a bad day.
I've been fired multiple times for you. Not by you, by Matt, though.
Yes. Okay, that's only 3?
I've done pretty good over the
Okay, I give up. I can't. Okay, Cass, you're my best employee ever. Yes. Okay.
It's only been 7 years. I'm glad you
I know,
admit it.
3 things. Okay, anyway. I'm a terrible employer. She's a great employee. What can I say? Trend. You're trending. Okay. Now we're both going to go and pick on Blair for just a minute. Okay, guys, I could only find 3, so I had to bring Blair in because he spent more time working with Cass. So, come on, give her for what for, Blair?
Oh my word.
Make her put some fingers down. I can only get 3 on her because my memory, your memory's better than mine. Where is she screwed up?
Well, screwed up. I mean, I don't know. You can put a finger down if you've ever had a run.
Oh! If you know it.
That's all of us, though.
I don't care. That's okay. We're picking on you. Okay, come on. A couple more.
Well, hey,
She laid the boots to me out there.
oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. I don't know.
Come on,
I
think.
don't do a whole lot of messing up, do I?
Can't think that she does. No.
Got to be something else.
I'm trying to think of Cassidy having a screw up around here. Besides showing up for, wait a minute. Have I ever shown up late for work?
Might
Put a
try-
finger up.
Well,
you
I've
could do your
showed up-
fingers and toes.
I showed up late for work, but not with unjust cause. Mike's like, well, what about that time your truck broke down? I feel like that's pretty
Okay, I tried that one and she was just in denial. She
Or
was,
go off
Yeah, I mean, that's why you leave early. Yeah.
You leave early
Okay.
a bit.
Kind of necessary.
put a finger down if you've ever shot a poor animal.
Ooh.
I haven't shot anything.
Wow, this is tough. What a good employee she must be.
I don't know. It's hard to say. She's not around enough. Jeez. Nope, I got nothing.
Okay, now it's your turn. Stand in the middle. Stand in the middle.
Wait a minute.
Okay, my
Yeah,
turn.
nice of you.
Okay. Put a finger up, down. Hold your hand up. Put a finger down if you've lit more than 2 cars on fire while working for me.
Maybe.
I can put it down.
Yeah, okay.
Put a finger down if you've ever actually agreed with me once or twice in the last 4 years on how long a
But
bill
only
would
once.
take.
Okay.
Okay. Come on, Cass.
You better be careful. You see where this is going.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
Blair doesn't know.
Put a finger down if I actually pay you enough to buy hats.
No fingers are
Hats,
down.
come on. Put a finger down if your wage is actually
these
enough.
hats.
Yes, to buy hats.
Yeah.
It's half down, come on. But come on, Cass, it's your turn. You just put that finger
It's
down.
all about priority.
Yeah, okay. Come on, Cass.
She's got nothing on me.
Oh,
I had nothing
hey,
on her.
put a finger down if, while in the course of duties here, you've ever impaled yourself so bad you had to get operated on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
fine.
one
You got
finger
me.
left. Your turn, Cass.
She got nothing.
I
No,
don't
see?
got a whole lot.
Come on, it's got to come
we
on.
work
One.
together. We cover each other's
Yeah, I
back.
was just about to say, I
That's
feel like
right.
I'm sworn to secrecy on someone.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, put a finger
Down
down
if
if you're.
we keep combined secrets
Yeah.
away from Mike.
Okay, I'm gonna give you
If you've
one.
ever hidden stuff from
Hey.
Mike that someone else has screwed up.
Well,
Absolutely.
okay, and you can put another finger down if you've been the best sheet metal guy I've ever had working.
Oh. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, there you go. Okay, get back to work.
Yes,
Come
please.
here.
So how many years has it been since you were a mechanic or started into this work?
Well, when I was really young, my dad was fixing cars in the driveway. But when I was 10 years old, my folks helped me buy a 57 Pontiac.
When you were 10 years old,
Yeah. And it was
did
used
you
to-
not need a license back then?
Well, they just helped me buy it because I would learn how to build a car. Keep me out of trouble, so to speak. So when I was 10, I brought home a 57 Pontiac two-door post, and it had been used to store chicken feed. And that's what the farmer had used it for. He got busted for running purple gas in it back in the day, so he got caught for that. So he parked his 57 Pontiac and used it to store chicken feed and went and got himself a truck. So it sat there forever. So I started on it when I was 10, and I finished it on my 16th birthday. I got it out of the upholstery shop. And that's when I started doing body work when I was 10. And my dad, me and my brothers all worked on cars as kids, handing them wrenches and all the rest of it.
How many brothers do you have?
I have one older and one younger. They're smart guys. One's a pilot, one's a lawyer. I build cars.
And so who helped you get the motor and everything for that car?
The 57?
Yeah.
Actually, it had a 6-cylinder standard, and my dad and I took the motor apart, and he showed me how to use a broken ring and clean the grooves and the pistons. And yeah, that was the first motor. I was probably about 12 when we did that.
So your first project wasn't just body work.
No. We always were doing wrenching, do brakes. When you're building an old car, the first thing I always do is fix the brakes. Because if I ever get it running, you think I'm gonna wait to take it for a test drive until I get the brakes fixed? No. So first thing I do, new brakes. So that's what I did too. And back in that time, we used to hone out the wheel cylinders, buy seal kits, and rebuild each wheel cylinder. And then the master cylinder, rebuild it, all new lines. So yeah, I've been doing that since I was a kid. Or if Dad was fixing his vehicle, I'd be fixing the wheel cylinders on his. And tractors and farm equipment, just like any guy who grew up near a farm. So yeah, I had an early introduction to it. Completely enjoyed it.
And throughout your journey, what has been the most memorable build for you?
Oh man, there's just no way.
Or any that stuck out?
When I was 16, I got a 47 Buick because I'd finished my 57. I'm not quite finished it. The motor's rebuilt. I, of course, did the brakes first, did the clutch. It's got brand new white walls on it. I bought when I was about 17. So I've got a 47 Buick, torpedo body, 2-door, sitting at home. And a brand new rebuilt straight 8 with Babbitt bearings in it that my dad's friend, Jerry the Dutchman, poured for me, him and his wife. So it's time, after the auction, April 12th, well, I got to build my cross-Canada Pontiac, but then I've got to get that Buick back in my shop. I did a couple years ago, did a little more body work. I redid some metal work that I did when I was 17. I've learned a few things since then. So I had to cut it out and redo a couple of things. But that's a cool car. So yeah, that's one that's kind of important. I want to get done.
Do you have any failure stories throughout your journey?
Failure stories?
Yeah. Or
Hey, you don't get good unless you mess up. You learn from your mistakes. So yeah, I've made a few. Trying to think. I don't think I've welded the wrong quarter on the car yet. But there's lots of stuff. You make a panel, you weld it in, and you look at it. No way. Throw it away, start over.
And
It's a learning process all the way.
throughout your mechanical journey, what's the biggest lesson you have learned from it?
Wow. Patience, probably? Patience. I mean, that's what it takes. You put a schedule on building your own car, it takes all the fun out of it. You should enjoy it. Take your time. And don't be afraid to try again. So patience. Yeah, that's probably the greatest thing it taught me.
And if you had to address some new and upcoming mechanics, any advice for them?
That's a very interesting topic. Someone comes up, and I'd have to say, if someone wants to be a body man, my friend John, Midnight Paint and Body, mentioned this. We're body men. People who work in collision shops are body techs. It's a totally different world. If you want to work on cool old cars, chances are that's a different trade. We're building old cars. You're a body tech working in a collision shop. You have to learn electronics and airbags and frame. What kind of steel's in the frame? What kind of steel's in the body? You have to learn all that kind of stuff. We're body men rebuilding old cars. I prefer custom, where I'm not just going to a factory blueprint, where I'm actually making my own quarter panels, maybe a bit longer, a bit taller, shorter, chopping roofs. My dream, one of them, is still to build a body from scratch. Something along the lines of a bit of an exotic supercar, maybe. So that's something I'm hoping to do eventually.
No.
So yeah, to get into this trade, you really got to think about it. I think it's a great trade to learn because you learn so many different talents, skills. All right, we appreciate you checking it out. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment would be cool. Let us know what you're thinking. Cheers.